Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. Deep Agents, Episode 2 of 16. You do not need a massive architecture diagram or hundreds of lines of boilerplate to get a language model to autonomously plan its work. You just need a single function call to trigger the core loop. The entry point for this behavior is a function called createDeepAgent. This function is where you define the brain of your application. Instead of importing separate client libraries and writing custom wrappers, you tell the function which model to use via a simple colon-separated string. You pass the provider, a colon, and the exact model name. You might use Anthropic Claude Sonnet 4.6 or OpenAI GPT 5.4. The framework reads this string and handles the specific initialization under the hood. An agent needs a way to interact with the world, which you provide through tools. A tool is just a standard Python function that performs a specific action. Let us say you are building an internet research agent. You would write a function that takes a query, calls a search API, and returns text. You pass this search function directly into your createDeepAgent call as part of a list. Your agent is now ready. To start the process, you call the run method on your new agent and pass it a prompt, like asking it to research and synthesize recent news about quantum computing. Now the core loop takes over. Here's the key insight. Developers often assume they must write complex system prompts to force the model to break down tasks or build custom parsers to track its progress. You do not have to do any of that. When you call createDeepAgent, the harness automatically injects a built-in tool called write-to-dos. You never write or manage this tool yourself. It is part of the core engine. Before the agent ever touches your internet search tool, the core loop forces the model to use the write-to-dos tool. The agent evaluates your prompt and generates a structured list of steps. Only after this plan is finalized does the execution phase begin. The loop iterates over the plan step by step. The agent looks at its first task, recognizes it needs information, and calls your internet search tool. It reads the raw text returned by the search engine and updates its internal memory. The loop then checks if the primary goal is satisfied. If the search results were incomplete, the agent moves to the next item on its to-do list, perhaps formulating a new search query to find the missing details. This cycle of selecting a tool, observing the result, and checking the plan continues autonomously. When the loop confirms that all necessary tasks are complete, it stops calling tools. The agent analyzes the collected data, generates a final synthesized response, and returns it to you. The defining feature of the core loop is that it turns a static text generator into an active problem solver by structurally forcing it to plan before it acts. That's all for this one. Thanks for listening, and keep building.